This is Pre-Algebra lesson 5.5, Customary units. Customary units, that is how we measure things. We've already gone over how most of the world does it with the metric system. We use the customary system. It's a little bit wacky. You just have to memorize the ratios, right? The chart that's on page 253 tells it to you, right? How many inches are there in a foot?
12.
How many feet are there in a yard?
3.
How many feet are there in a mile?
5,280.
5,280, right. When it comes to how many ounces are there in a cup? 8. How many cups are there in a pint? 2. How many pints are there in a quart? 2. Oh, it seems like a pattern. How many quarts are there in a gallon? 4. Not a pattern, right? So you just need to know these things. These are things that I know you've been studying. I know you did it last year and the year before and the year before. So you just need to know that. When you convert these things, when it says, 1/2 yard equals how many feet? Anyway, so this is the same thing. You're going to go 1, 2, right? And that's the, what is the relationship between yards and feet?
Bigger into smaller.
What is the relationship between yards and feet? 3, right? Not 3 yards. 3 what? 3 feet in a yard, right? So it's going to be 3, right? We decide, are we going from something that's big? Are yards big compared to feet? Are we going from big to small or small to big?
Big to small.
Big to small, so big, small, multiply. So we're going to multiply, and the relationship is 3, right? So it's 1/2 times 3. What is 1/2 times 3?
1.5.
Yeah, 3 halves. Anyway, so there it is, right? If you take this and you do what this says to do, right? What about 1/5 of a ton equals how many pounds? Okay, so again, you go, are we going from big to small or small to big?
Big, small.
Big, small. We're going to multiply again, right? So we're going to multiply. What's the relationship between tons and pounds? 2,000, right? 2,000. What is 1/5 times 2,000? 1/5 times 2,000 over 1. Can I reduce that? That becomes a 400. That becomes a 1. Oh, it's 400. Right? This is not super difficult. You just got to know how to set it up. Are you paying attention to how you set it up? We've done this before. This is 5th grade stuff, right? 5th grade. Okay? Something else that you need to be able to do in this assignment is what's called dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis means this. Okay? It means this. If I want to convert 10 quarts to gallons, here's what you do. Okay, ready for this? You watching? Here's another way of doing it. That's the other way I just showed you was Mrs. Campbell's 5th grade. She showed you that. Take 10 quarts, and we're going to gallons, right? 10 quarts. And you're going to put down that equals, what is the relationship between quarts and gallons again? It's this. You go 10 quarts, and you're going to multiply that by 1. In the form of this, it takes 4 quarts to make 1 gallon. Okay? Now, here's the deal. I did this incorrectly. Do you agree that that is 1? I need you to see that that is 1. Yes. Isn't 4 quarts and 1 gallon the same, and so it's 1 over 1? Agreed? What I need to be able to do is this. I need to be able to eliminate the word quarts so that all I have left is gallons. Am I allowed to just eliminate the word quart here if they're both on the top? No, I need one of them to be a numerator and one of them to be a denominator. Agreed? Yeah. So then what can I do here? Just flip it, right? Just go, okay, instead of it being this, I'm going to make it be 1 gallon over 4 quarts. Agreed? Is this not still 1? Isn't that 1?
Yeah.
Quart. I get rid of the word quarts. Then what do? I go, okay, well, can I reduce anything else? the 10 and the 4, divide by 2. That was a 5, divide by 2. This is a 2. It ends up being 5 times 1 is 5 over 2. 5 halves what?
2.5
Gallons,
gallons.
right? The word gallon is left.
So 2.5 gallons.
2.5 gallons.
Oh, so it's like a
Try this. What if I have this? What if I have, so 14 ounces here. I'm going to show you one more. 14 ounces, and I want to convert that to equals how many pounds? Okay, so look here. Ready for this? Let's convert this stuff. Let's do it not using Miss Campbell's way. We're using dimensional analysis. We're going to go 14 ounces over 1. We're going to multiply that by 1 in the form of what?
Pounds.
Don't just say in pounds. What do you mean in pounds? I'm going to multiply it by 1 in the form of, do I go 16 ounces over 1 pound? Don't you agree that that's 16 ounces over 1 pound, right? So is this the way I do it?
No.
Why not? What's the problem? Because why?
Because you can't get rid of both ounces.
Listen, I have ounces. I need pounds. Agreed? Therefore, I need to eliminate the word ounces and leaving me only with pounds. So in order to do that, I have to flip these things. I need to multiply it by 1 in the form of 1 pound over 16 ounces. Agreed? You're not paying attention. And this is what's expected today. What can I eliminate?
14 and 16.
I can't eliminate 14 and 16, but I can get rid of ounces and ounces, right? Now I can cross cancel, divide by 2, divide by 2. This is a 7, this is an 8. And that leaves me with 7 pounds over 8. So 7/8 of a pound. Does that make sense? 7/8 of a pound.
So just put it in the center, not on the top.
Right. Makes sense? It's that simple. It's just using a different way. What they end up doing is if you end up next year, they end up giving you questions like this. They'll say, if you're going 100 feet per second. Okay, if you're going 100 feet per second, and they want to know how fast that is, and when we're talking about traveling, what do we normally talk about? Miles per hour. So if I'm going 100 feet per second, and they want me to turn this into miles per hour, right, equals how many miles per hour, here's what you would do. You would go 100 feet per 1 second, right? And you're going to multiply that by 1 twice. Multiply that by, we're going to go, how many seconds are there in an hour? And oh my goodness, 60 seconds in an hour?
Oh, no.
306.
It's 3,600 seconds is in 1 hour. Now, why did I do this correctly? I did it correctly. Why? What am I trying to get rid of? I'm trying to get rid of seconds, and I'm trying to gain hours, right? So I'm going to be able to do that, but not yet. I'm going to multiply this, and then I'm also going to go miles. How many feet are there in a mile?
5,280.
So am I going to go 5,280 feet up here?
No,
Why not?
because the 100 feet is
The feet is already on top, so I'm going to go.
That's not 5,200.
I'm going to go 5,280 feet underneath 1 mile. Do you agree that I've multiplied that by 1? 3,680 seconds is 1 hour. And this is also 1. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. I'm just multiplying this by 1 twice in the way that I choose. Now what can I eliminate? Seconds and seconds, feet and feet. Now I could, that leaves me with miles an hour, which is what I want. Now I just have to start cross-canceling. I can divide this by 10, making it a 10, and making this 5,528. I can make this 5 and cut this in half and make this 264. I can cut this in half, making that 1,800, and make this 132. Cut it in half again, 900, making this 61. And now I'm done. So I'm going to go 5 times this, 4,500 over 61 miles an hour. Now, that's not great. That's not like that's an ugly thing, right? So we could actually do the math. What is 4,500 divided by 61? It's going to be something like 75 miles an hour. Make sense? That's how you do it. You're not doing that today. You're just doing one little baby step. No, it's no big deal. It's so easy. It's so easy. Anyway, let me give you your homework.
Oh, you guys didn't have a test book?
Page 255, 1 through 36 even.